Okay, let me ask you something. You're walking down the street, someone bumps into you, your coffee goes everywhere, and what's the first thing you say? If it's, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah, you're in the right place.
So really, let's just pause for a second. Think about it. Do you say sorry for stuff that isn't even your fault? Or do you apologize just for, existing? It's this super common habit, right? But why do we do it? Well, the reason, it's probably not what you're thinking.
I mean, that's the classic, right? The one we just talked about. It's just this automatic apology when you've literally done nothing wrong. It's like a reflex, you know? Any little bit of social awkwardness and bam, out it comes.
Or what about this one? You're starting an email and it's like, sorry to bother you before you've even asked for the thing you totally have a right to ask for. It's like we're trying to soften the blow of just having a request, kind of making ourselves smaller before we even begin.
Oh, and this one? This one is wild. The waiter gets your order wrong, and you're the one who says, sorry, could you possibly? You're apologizing because they made a mistake. It's like you're saying sorry just for having needs at all. So if any of this sounds familiar, like really familiar, you're going to want to stick around, because we are about to completely reframe what's going on here.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. On the one hand, what does everyone think? They see someone apologizing all the time and they think, ugh, they just lack confidence, right? Low self-esteem, maybe they're a pushover. But the truth, the real psychology behind it is way more complex. And honestly, it's way more powerful. This isn't a weakness, it's a survival adaptation, a skill that's been honed to a razor's edge.
Yeah, you heard that right. This whole thing, it wasn't born out of some flaw in your character. It's not a bug. It's a feature. It's actually a skill you had to develop to get through your world. And to really get it, we've got to go back, way back. So here's how it often happens. It starts, a lot of the time, in a childhood environment that's, well, unpredictable, maybe even chaotic. And when that happens, a kid's internal alarm system, their fight-or-flight response, it just gets stuck in the on position. So what do? You come up with a brilliant strategy. If I just keep everyone around me happy, then I'll be safe. And just like that, you become the peacemaker. This state, it's called hypervigilance. You basically became a master at reading the room. You learned how to scan every single face, every shift in body language, looking for the tiniest clue that things were about to go bad. It was like a full-time job you never even applied for, but it was absolutely critical to your survival.
But here's the thing, that survival skill, it didn't just vanish when you grew up. Oh no, it evolved. It turned into this hidden superpower, a whole secret language that you became fluent in.
And that language, that superpower, it actually has a name. It's called emotional labor. It's all that unseen work of managing the feelings and the vibe of a room to keep things smooth for everyone else. You know, anticipating what people need, soothing egos, just making sure everything stays calm so nobody else has to worry about it. Ringing any bells?
And I love this metaphor because it shows just how much skill is involved. This is not a passive thing. It's incredibly active. You're not just reacting to tension, you are conducting the entire room. You're subtly guiding conversations, heading off arguments before they start. You're literally harmonizing the emotional energy around you. It's a masterclass.
I mean, just think about what these abilities actually are. These are seriously high-level social skills. Spotting conflict before anyone else even senses it. Diffusing tension almost without thinking. You are basically the emotional shock absorber for your entire social circle.
So, what now? What does all this mean for you today? You're an adult walking around with this highly developed and, let's be real, probably exhausting superpower. Well, it means it's time to start taking back your own space. Okay, first things first, and this is so important. Let's get one thing straight. You didn't do anything wrong. That kid who had to learn all this stuff, they were incredibly strong. You just did what you had to do to get by, using the only tools you had. So that constant apologizing, it's not a flaw. It's a monument to your resilience.
Look, after a whole lifetime spent putting everyone else's needs first, it is so time, to recognize your own. You are allowed to have needs, and guess what? They're valid, they're important, and you never, ever have to apologize for them.
You know what else? You don't have to be that perfect, flawless, emotional shock absorber 24/7. That's not your job anymore. Life is messy, and you are allowed to be messy too. You're allowed to make mistakes and not have all the answers. You are not responsible for managing how other people react to you, just being human. And finally, maybe the most important one of all, you are allowed to just exist without apologizing for it.
You're allowed to have an opinion, to ask for what you want, to just be here. You don't have to make yourself smaller to make other people feel comfortable anymore. You have more than earned the right to take up space in this world.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Just think about it for a minute. What is the single most ridiculous, absurd thing you've ever apologized for? Seriously, because thinking about that can be a super powerful way to see just how deep this habit goes. And you know what? Just seeing it, that's the first huge step to changing it.